Hello everyone and welcome to Mathics. In this video, we're going to simplify this in two methods. Method number 2 is faster. So if you want, you could skip through to method number 2. Okay. To understand the question better, I want to rewrite it as, right? The question is really 9/4 to power of 9, all of it to power of 9. And this is going to be the fourth root. So I'm going to write it as, see, now this is the question, right? So method number 1, how to deal with it. Okay, we know that 9 is 3 to power of 2. And 4 could be written as 2 to power of 2, right? So I'm going to go and write 9/4 as 3/2 to power of 2, right? This is the same as 9/4. Okay. So all of this to power of 9/4. Okay. So do you know how to simplify this, right? We are allowed to multiply these two. 9/2 times 2. Okay. I'm going to go and write this as 3/2 to power of, okay, 2 times 9/4. These will be simplified. So we could just go on and write it as 9/2. Okay. So from here, let's just go and expand it like this. Okay. It will be, okay, 3/2 to power of 9. And we want to find the second root of this. Okay. So, okay, we know that. I'm going to go and write something here. If we have radical A, sorry, if we have this A over B and radical like this, we are allowed to write it as radical A over radical B. So I'm going to go and write it like this. Okay. So I'm going to write it as square root of 3/9 and 2 to power of 9. Okay. So just to know it better, let's see how we could see. I'm going to write it. I am allowed to write it as, you see, if we have AB, square root of AB, I am allowed to write it as this, right? So let's go on and do it. And we know that I'm going to write 3 to power of 9 as 3 to power of 8. Okay, multiply by 3 to power of 1, right? Okay, and then individually, square root of this, square root of this. I'm going to do the same thing for the next one. It's going to be, so write it, 2 to power of 9. I could write it as 2 to power of 8 multiplied by 2 or 2 to power of 1. Doesn't matter. Square root of this, square root of this. Okay. So you see, this will be 3 to power of 4. Okay. This would be 2 to power of 4. Okay, so I'm going to go and write it here. It's going to be 3 to power of 4 multiplied by square root of 3. All of this over 2 to power of 4. Okay, square root of 2. Okay, so to get rid of this, I'm going to, multiply both of them by square root of 2. So what do I get? Okay, remember, this is 1, right? I'm not changing anything. Okay, so these together will become just a 2. So 2 to power of 4 multiplied by 2, it's going to be 2 to power of 5. Okay, so 3 to power of 4, I'm going to write it as this. These two together are square roots of, 6. I could also go on and write it as, here. 3 to power of 1 is 81 over 32 and square root of 6. Okay, so that's method 1, which personally I don't like because it's way too long. The reason I did it was because we get familiar with this type of questions, but method number 2 will be so much faster. So let's go do number 2. Okay. So not method number 1, method number 2. Okay, so let's see how we could do this quickly. You see, I am allowed to, right? I could write 9 over 4 as, 2 plus 1 over 4, right? Okay, because this 2 is 8 over 4. Okay, so I'm going to apply this trick. Okay, so it will be 9 over 4. Okay. All of them multiplied by 2 plus 1 over 4. Okay, so I am allowed to write it as 9 to power of 2. First, this one to the second power plus 9 over 4. Okay, to power of 1 over 4. Okay. So this part, let's just go here. This would be 9 over 4 multiplied by 9 over 4, right? 9 to power of 2 is 81. 4 to power of 2 is 16. So, by the way, I made a mistake here. This is not plus. We are multiplying these two. Okay. So the left-hand side here would be 81 over 16. This part, will be multiplied by 9 to power of 1 over 4. 4 to power of 1 over 4. Like the previous one, I could write 9 as 3 to power of 2. This one, 2 to power of 2, right? So what happens here? We'll have, so let's see. I'm going to go and show it here. It's 3 to power of 2 multiplied by 1 over 4. Let's see what happens. We just have to multiply these two. 2 times 1 over 4 is going to be 1 over 2. Okay. So this would be 81 over 16. Okay. Square root of 3 over square root of 2. Okay. So both sides multiply by So let's go and simplify. All of these would be 32. Okay. So we'll have the same. Okay. Solution for both of them. So this would be 32. Okay. Now these two. Square root of 6. Okay, so I hope you found this video useful. Do method number 2 always. It's so much quicker. So I hope you found a video useful. If you did, you know what to do, right?